Welcome back to another video, and today with the Hohem iSteady M6, which is a gimbal full of features and will allow us to use any of the accessories that we have. I've been using my DJI mic set, my Comica mic set, this LED from Scene, and this external microphone from Scene. So if we want a vlogging device with smart tracking and a lot of room for accessories, this is almost perfect. I will leave the link down below so that you can check out, but there are several kits available, one of which will bring the mini tripod, the other one will bring the remote control, and so on and so forth. Now inside the package we will find this really nice protective case, which besides looking great, it protects our gimbal and we can place everything on its place inside. We also have the iSteady M6 and also the AI vision sensor, which is a magnetic. It will also give us LED light and RGB light. My kit also came with the mini tripod and a USB Type-A to USB Type-C cable, a USB Type-C to Type-C, and a USB Type-C to Lightning, plus the manual. Now the Type-C to Type-C and Type-C to Lightning are these smaller cables which are very nice to put our mobile phone. By the way, we can use mobile phones up to 400 grams, so just check out the weight of your mobile phone. And one of the things that I really enjoyed using is any of these accessories. For example, the LED, which is quite heavy, I would say about 150, almost 200 grams, and I was placing it on the arm, working great. I just needed to adjust the lever here and working really nice. Now in terms of setup, anyone will be able to set up this. If you are experienced with gimbals, then you will be at home, and if this is the first time, all you need to do is go to the manual, download the app, and in about 1 minute or 2 minutes you will be able to rock with this. Now one of the things that I do feel, it has so many features, so many modes available, and I will share that with you, that a beginner will be able to start with its simplicity, but it will have room to grow and to learn because we have a lot of features and a lot of modes. It has some really nice touch on the design. For example, the OLED display that you will find right over here, where we can see info about the focus or inclination, which we can choose with the lateral wheel, and with that same wheel then we can focus the image manually, or we can choose to do the inclination for one side or for the other. We can also use the same wheel to turn on or off the LED at the top, and on the same menu we will be able to select the intensity of the light, or we can select if it's a warm light or a colder light, and also RGB. Now we can also select with the menu button the several modes that we can use, one of which is the POV, which is all follow. Then we also have the PF, which is a pan follow. PTF is pan and tilt follow. That is the ICP, which is the Inception 360, and this was the most difficult one so far that I used, because it will give me the freedom to use any of the angles of the phone and it will not block any. And there's also one mode which is the L, and that one will give me the freedom to lock the phone and then I can move around, and this was my favorite, which keeps the phone on the same position, so no matter if I go low or up, one side or the other, it will keep the phone on that angle. It was just awesome. We also have a trigger here on the back which will enable the sport mode. So on any of these modes that we have seen, the sport mode will enable to have a faster reaction. So if I want to track, I just need to put my fingers like this with a V, and it will track my face and start to record. Doesn't matter which camera I'm using at this moment the back camera, and one of the curious things is that it will track really well, as you can see, and it will be a continuous 360, so I can go and on and on and on and no issues at all, and it will follow me wherever I go, and it's just really awesome. So if I want to stop, just put my hand like this and bam, it will stop. Imagine that I don't want to be on center of the frame as we were doing right there, and if I want to adjust, I can just say this gesture, the green light will blink, I can move to another area of my screen. For example, here I can tell it to stop and it go to red, and right now if I tell it to track me, it will keep me on this corner of the camera. So it will no longer put me on the center of the frame. It will try to keep me right over here, which was the position that I did select, and I think that it lost me. So let's put it again, and there we go, captured me, and it will try to keep me as well as possible on the area that I've chosen. So if I was doing a video about the Insta360, which is right over there, probably I would be on this position, showing that I'm recording the audio with this microphone right over here. So this is a really cool feature right there. Accessories wise, as I was mentioning, I can use any accessory right over here. I did try out my DJI mic, which I prefer to connect directly to the lightning here on the phone, so I was able to do that, and the phone was balanced without touching anything at all. But if I want to use any other accessory like the lights or any other microphone, we will be able to do without any issues whatsoever. In terms of the battery, it has 2600 milliamps, which will last up to 18 hours. Now 18 hours without using anything else. If we use the LED at 100% of the AI Vision module, it will bring the battery to half. And of course, if we are charging the phone, like I am charging my iPhone 12 mini, then it will drain the battery according to the time that we spend with the phone on. So have that in mind. I would say that if we use everything, we will get about 4 to 6 hours charging using 100% LEDs and so on and so forth. At this moment I'm recording with my DJI microphone, so just testing out the tracking with the AI, because at the beach was really windy and I didn't bring my DJI to connect to my phone, only had my Comica to connect to my Insta360. Now, one of the things that I was testing out is the way that it captures, and how many meters away. And for the test that I already done, about 7-8 meters, it will capture me. More than that, it will lose the ability to track me, which is about there. But once I go near it will start to capture me on the frame, and it already did right there. So great. And it looks, but we will see in the footage, it looks that it has a smooth movement. It's smart enough to stop tracking, but when I get in the frame, it will detect me really quickly. So if I want to show you these filters that are from something that it's not working anymore, and I should put them in the trash, and then I can move to somewhere else and show you something right over here. So really awesome for this kind of scenario. And the other situation that I was telling you about earlier on is the 360 continuous, which it will capture me and it will give us a 360 continuous, which is the first time that we see on this kind of device. Actually, the Hohem Go, I believe it also had the 360, but most gimbals do not have. They only go about 350 and then stop and will need to go to the other way, which doesn't happen with this one right over here. So a great experience so far. At the front we have the directional joystick, which we can move up, down, left and right. We have the menu button, which will cycle through the different modes that we have. We also have the recording or picture button, which is circled by red. Control of the zoom. The left wheel will control the inclination, the focus, will turn on the light or off, and we can also control the intensity of the light, and if we want it warm or colder, and finally if we want to use RGB. At the back we have the sports mode, which I already explained. We also have a lock button, and then on the right we have the button to turn on and off, and a USB Type-C, which is used to charge the gimbal. We also have the 1/4 inch screw right over there. The second USB Type-C port is right over here on this arm, which will allow us to charge the phone while we are using. And then finally we have the AI Vision module, which is magnetic, and I can put it on one side or I can put it on the other side, depending on the side that I want to record. Besides that, it will allow us to use the AI Vision, which will enhance the tracking. So if I want to use the Hohem app, I can do so, but if I want to use my native app from the iPhone, I can, and I still have the tracking mode enabled. Or if I want to use, for example, Double Take, which is an app that I love, I can record my front face camera and along with the back camera, and I still have the tracking enabled, and that is just an awesome feature. If we want to record vertically, we can do so. It's really easy. I just need to turn the phone and there we go. I'm ready to start working with it on the vertical so we can create content for Instagram, TikTok, and so on and so forth. Regarding the app, it's an app that we have seen in the past. It works great. It's really complete, simple enough for beginners. And if we want more pro features, it also has. So one more thing that will grow with us. One thing that probably you will enjoy as well is the templates. There are several templates that are very creative and will enhance our video skills so that we can try to do really great shots without losing too much time and without special knowledges or training. So Hohem has some really nice templates right over there that I did test it out, and it was a great experience. So I believe that the M6 will be able to be used by someone that has never used the gimbal before, or even by someone that is really experienced in gimbals, because none of these two will be disappointed. And the beginners, I do believe that we will start without any issues whatsoever, because it's really simple the way that we can use, and then with the experience we will grow with the features that the gimbal can offer us. That being said, hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did so, don't forget the usual thumbs up right over there, which is really appreciated on this side of the screen. My name is Roberto Jorge, and as always, I'll see you guys on the next one. Qual é que achas que é o resultado se nós começarmos aqui a correr e tentar perceber se a estabilização é fixe ou não é fixe? O meu microfone não deve estar com um som muito fixe, não, mas a nível de vídeo, se calhar consegue fazer umas cenas muito giras. O que é que achas? Top, top, top!